I want to refine a few of the concepts that I've already presented, particularly center to edge Pro 1 is a system in which the eyes lead and the body follows. Center to edge aiming is a visual system. And if we were to look at the equation that we could associate with any shot, angle, speed, and spin, the angle part of that equation is visually objective, and the feel aspect of the system primarily is associated with speed and spin. Well, the most objective shot in the game is your center-to-center straight-in shot. We all like this shot because visually we have the reference of center-to-center that, hey, we know this shot is on. Well, in center-to-edge Pro 1, every single shot that you shoot is just like a straight-in shot because you're always starting at the same visual offset, which is equivalent to a half-tip pivot. So every single shot on the table is equivalent in CTE Pro 1 to that of a half-tip pivot. So I shoot several hundred shots a day, a few thousand shots a week, so visually I'm doing the same thing. My eyes treat every shot like it's a straight in. Now, when I line up this shot, left edge to A, center to edge, and I drop in on it, visually, there it is, center to center. I see this so sharply that I'm looking at a tick to a tick relationship between these two balls, 100% dead straight. This is what I do every time. My eyes have the same task every time that I step up to a shot. The offsets and the visuals of CTE. There's only two CTE visuals for left cuts, A and B, and then B and C for right cuts. They make every single shot on this table. It's a zillion shots on this table. They provide you with every visual alignment, connecting you with the pocket. So, when I set up to this shot, there it is. It is a visual system. I didn't have to feel for that shot line. It doesn't even have to be a straight-in shot. But now, the system is visual. I've got edge to A, center to edge. Now my body has to align my cue to what my eyes are seeing. Now, I'm not for sure if I made a tweak there or not. So how much tweak do you make with any shot? Well, the amount of tweaking that you make on any given shot in CTE Pro 1 is going to basically equal, or should equal, that of what you do with a straight-in shot. When I drop down on this shot, I slide in, and my tick is moving, my cue is moving maybe one tick to the left there, back a half a tick to the right, connecting with what my eyes have seen. So, is that feel? Or is that just my body following my eyes? I mean, our brains are, very visual. We have computer-like aspects associated with our visual intelligence. So if I'm doing the same thing every time with my eyes, then a few hundred times a day, a few thousand times a week, my eyes are very quickly going to be doing essentially the same thing. My body just has to follow. Now, of course, I could shoot the shot this way. I could go edge to C, center to edge. I'm at that same, you can see I'm at an offset to this shot. I'm one half tip manually away from making this shot. So when I turn around to center ball right there, there's my shot. Now, am I going to tweak here? Well, I don't know if I tweaked a half a tick there. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm very refined with what I do, and I trust the system greatly. Now, so the system, CTE, takes you to the shot angle. Now, I'm going to move this cue ball down a few inches to this position, and we're going to look at a couple of bank shots. We're going to look at a one-rail bank across the corner and a two-rail bank over here to this corner. Now, I'm not going to shoot the shots. I'm just going to discuss the principles associated with these shots. I can give me any B or C player, and I'll tell you what to look at, how to move, and you can make these shots. Just come to me if you want to do this yourself. If I want to bank this ball, I've got to cut it to the right, so that's telling me automatically I'm going to use edge to the right edge of the cue ball. So it's a pretty thick hit, so it's going to be edge to C. Now, the rotation that connects me with that pocket is going to be a left rotation, left sweep. Now, once I get to center cue ball and I tweak to center, there's my bank cross corner. I'm just going to float the cue ball over top of the one, and I'm going to have a good bank there. I don't know where that ball hits on that rail. I do have to have a knowledge of speed and spin. Just a little fall is okay there. Just float over top of the ball. And I don't want to hit it real hard, and I don't necessarily want to hit it real easy. So there is a feel aspect and a knowledge aspect of how to execute the shot. But visually, the gift was given to me, the angle of the shot. What if I wanted to play this ball 2 rails over here? I'm going to set up the same way. Edge to C, center to edge, and instead of turning left, which actually thickens the shot up slightly on this particular setup, I'm going to do a right sweep. So I know that the right sweep is going to give me a thinner hit. So this is really an inside type sweep here. So the next pocket is going to be right over here. So I have edge to C, center to edge, and I'm just going to sweep to the right. I'm going to go right to center ball. There is my angle. Now I'm going to tweak slightly to center ball. No other tweak other than that. And I'm set up perfectly for a 2-rail angle. If I control my speed and my spin, I can make the ball. Once again, I'm just floating the cue ball over top of that ball. And basically my main consideration is just control the speed. Basically, I want that ball just pretty much dropping into the pocket. Just a good pocket speed is fine for that shot. I can have any of you making this shot, basically. I can tell you what to look at, and I can tell you how to move into the shot. Let's look at 2 other shots. Let's look at a cut to the corner, a left cut to the corner, and let's look at a 3-rail bank to the side. Now, if I were going to cut this ball in the corner, it's a left cut, left edge of the cue ball to A, and I'm going to do a left sweep right into the ball. I tweak my tip to center, everything looks fine. Bang, I shoot the ball. I'm in an overcut position, I make the ball. The system took me to the angle. As far as how I shoot the shot with my speed and my spin, that's up to me and according to the position that I need. Now if I wanted to put a little inside or outside spin on that cut shot there, it's not going to change anything. Yeah, I mean the pocket's twice as big as the ball, so yeah, some kind of little micro adjustments happening somewhere, but I'm not going to treat it any differently. You know, the further you get away from center ball, the most objective shot in the game in this system, then the more iffy the system gets. But you can be pretty safe as long as you're close to center. And that's, most of the time, that's all you need anyway. When you start putting a lot of spin on the ball, you're into a lot of guesswork and into a lot of feel. And those are tough shots to judge, and they're often not very high probability shots at all. What if I want to shoot the 3-rail bank? I'm going to set up on it the same way. Edge to A, center to edge, but instead of turning left, I'm going to sweep right, and it's going to put me on the 3-rail angle. I'm going to drop on this shot with a right sweep just as though I'm shooting a straight-in shot, and it will take me to the angle. I don't have any idea where this ball is going to hit over here. I guess I could make a guess. I don't know where it's going to hit here or here. So I have edge to A, center to edge, right sweep. I'm on the perfect, now I'm going to tweak to center. I'm going to tweak to center. I'm on a perfect angle to make this ball. All that's left for me is knowledge of speed and spin. So I can hit that ball sort of at a medium speed, and I'm going to do real well with it. I'm going to make it a lot, and of course I'm going to miss it some too. But that's the nature of banks. But if I control my speed and my spin, I'm on the proper angle to make that ball. And I can allow any of you to experience this for yourself. So you're welcome to come to me, and I'll work these 4 shots with you, because I want you to get this. So just to sum up what I'm wanting to convey to you today is that center to edge gives you a reference for making a ball. It gives you a center ball reference. If you want to use a little spin, a little inside or outside, you certainly can. Now, it takes experience to learn to use spin. Any player that's learning the game should start off with center ball. Work on your center ball alignment, your center ball aiming. That's where you should start. Learning to develop an alignment to make straight in shots or to make any shots with center ball is a refinement that all players should strive for. So once again, if I'm shooting a shot, I'm cutting that ball into the corner, I've got left edge to A, center to edge, and I'm just going to go right to center ball, and I'm going to shoot the shot right from there, and I'm going to pocket the ball, and I'm in an overcut position as well. CTE Pro 1 connects with the geometry of a regulation table. You're shooting every shot from the same visual offset. And it's not just that that's important. Well, what's really important in addition to that is that the visuals of center to edge aiming, when followed by rotation, that is very natural, very slight, it's what the pros are doing, connects you with the pockets of a regulation table.